Should I open like this file for like um to import the code probably or
Yeah, maybe just make a new project, like an empty project.
like Java project?
Yeah.
Is this what we use? Do we use 11 or
Uh, I think whatever's default is fine. So I
okay?
know in the labs, I think they use like 8 or something, but I don't think it matters.
Okay. Wait, why is this?
I don't think it can be a space.
Wait, sorry, what?
In the project name, I don't know if there can be a space.
Oh, yep.
And then unclick go back, where it says create module info.java, unclick that, yeah.
Okay. Oh, there's only yeah, there's only 4 questions. Okay. Okay, are you ready? I'm sorry, this is gonna be like the most chaotic thing ever. So this is fair warning. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Is the recording started?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's already recording.
Okay. No, cancel. Oh no, I don't want to navigate my page. Here, I guess.
I think if you say okay, it should open a new page or a new tab. That's fine.
Oh wait, I guess
Class.
okay. Okay. Do I
Import,
Yeah.
and then
Downloading.
archive file. Next, and then yeah.
from my download? What? Wait. Okay, that's why wouldn't it let me?
Oh, is it not a zip file? Okay,
No.
go back.
Back and just select Java, I guess.
I think it should say
Oh no.
general, maybe. Okay. Or I think it's file system. Yeah.
No.
Nope.
Can I drag and drop? I wonder.
Was it not there?
I don't see it work. I've tried before.
Oh, the address.
Okay. Back. Can I? Should I just? I doubt this is gonna work, but okay. Well, let's just see. I don't know. Probably not.
You could just make a new file in Eclipse and then just copy and paste the code. So if you could click yeah, new and then class and then just call it address.java. And then just open the yeah. And then just just copy and paste.
Okay. This was in the notes somewhere. I know I've seen this before, but this was actually from the notes, I think. Okay. Okay, so create a class with,
So one animal, one vehicle.
so I need to like create two new like files.
Yeah,
One,
yeah, yeah.
do I hit class? Yeah.
Yes, class.
Wait, what was that one? Oh yeah, vehicle. I think this was like literally, this was like the notes. I'm pretty sure. Wait, B. Can I not spell? B. B. No. Because I have like, is this not the same? Here, let me.
I think it's pretty much the same thing.
Okay. Oh, it wasn't. Okay, sorry. These weren't open. Okay. So
So as a private in type, and then private string license plate.
private and then license plate.
Private in type first. I don't know, just like the variable name is type, I think.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Yeah. And then next is a private string called license plate with a lowercase l, capital P. And then private int age. Private float weight. Private address.
Is it like string?
It's type address, so capital A address. And then the name is lowercase a address. And then here it's okay, I think that's it.
And then I just like the setters and getters for.
Yeah.
Should I go to animal?
I think you need a toString as well and a constructor.
First, oh. Isn't there one for constructor? Or it's I can just like. Oh wait. Okay. What's the thing for? Is it like public class?
It's just public in the name of the class, public vehicle. Yeah, and then I think you have to make one default and one with everything. You need the parentheses
Oh.
after vehicle.
Okay. It's like this dot, like, and then go through everything.
Yeah, or you can just put the names, but it's fine. Like
So,
you could
like,
just, yeah, you could just say like type equals, whatever, -1 or something. I don't know what the default type is.
like, do you mean like other -1 like this or something?
No, like just the -1 or something.
Oh. Okay. And then it was
Or
license.
maybe say type 0 to start with. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, and then yeah, license plate equals, and then just like empty quotation marks. Quotation marks, not parentheses.
Oh, okay. Sure. Oh my gosh.
And then age equals 0. And then weight equals 0. And then address equals a new address.
Do I do capital A?
Yeah,
Or-
capital A. And then parentheses after address. Yeah,
Oops. And
and that's all.
Okay.
That's default.
And then
Then we need a struct.
yeah, then you need one with all the parameters. So you can just copy that and paste it.
so like,
Yeah, the whole.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Cool. Okay. Sorry, that's my sister. I guess
Okay.
that's the recording now.
Yeah, and then like inside the parentheses, say like int t.
Int T, like that.
Yeah, and then string L or LP or something like that. And then int A, float W, and then like address ADD. Yeah, and then just like change. So like
This does it have to be like inside parentheses?
it was right before. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And then, so like after type, say type equals T, license plate equals LP.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have to
Yeah,
put inside?
Just the, yeah, just that.
Do I-
And then, yeah, you just say ADD. And then there's, let me look at the address class real quick.
Oh,
Okay, you have to give it a state string. So in the default constructor, where you say new address, just have 2 like empty quotation marks, and then 1 0, and then another empty quotation mark.
1 0.
Sorry, 2 empty quotation marks separated by commas.
Okay. Like that?
Then a comma after the first one,
Oh, okay.
and then a comma, and then a 0.
Wait, in the middle of these two? Oh my gosh.
No, afterwards.
Comment. Yeah.
Yeah, and then a comma, and then 2 more empty, or like another empty parentheses. Empty, sorry, no parentheses. Yeah, like that. Yeah, and I think we're done with that. We can do animal now.
Okay.
We can't do that yet.
Oh yeah. Oops. Okay. For this one, it's like, what was it was like
Private int type. Private string food required with lowercase f, uppercase R. Private int age. Private float weight. And then private address again.
Okay.
Yeah, now you can do the getters and setters and the toString.
and then is it public animal? And then
Yeah, animal, and then we can do empty parentheses for the first one. And then you can honestly like copy over the body from
Of this one?
yeah. I just need to change some of the name. Yeah, and then have like the brackets, yeah. Yeah, and then just change the license plate to food required. Yeah, and then you can copy and paste that. Or actually, just yeah, copy and paste the vehicle one. And then change vehicle to animal. Change like LP to FR. And then change, yeah, license plate to food required. Yeah, like that. Yeah, and then we just need a driver class. So we're done with animal.
Wait, should I go to?
Yeah, make a new class. So like left click, new class. And then just call it driver.java. And then,
Sorry, my bad.
no, you're good, you're good. Maybe left click and then see like how you do with the generate getters and setters.
Oh. Like this? Like.
Oh yeah, and then maybe.
Oh,
there,
sorry.
Is there a main?
Yeah.
Should I go to this one?
No, you can just type it out then.
Okay.
It's just public static void main.
Is it like?
Yeah, like that, and then parentheses, and then string in the parentheses, yeah. String and then square brackets, and then space args, ARGS. Yeah, and then you can do the curly braces, yeah. Okay, and now you can just say like animal, I can just type that maybe. Or you can, I think you understand, like you make a new animal, call it something.
Oh, okay, wait. That was in the quiz. Animal. I just saw this attack. Animal. It's in like the angle bracket. And then something.
No, just like in chat.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
And then do the same thing with a vehicle.
Should I put these ones? Should I put what we did so far? Oh wait, no, we're still working on driver. Okay. I guess we're still on question.
Yeah. Let's see, double check the address. And then for animal, paste this inside of the parentheses.
Do you want me to do something similar and then like change the?
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe change, I don't know, keep the address part.
Oh.
Yeah. And then change, oh, you put it outside the parentheses.
No. Okay, wait. Okay. Sorry, my man.
Yeah, you're good. And then change, like kibble, you can change to like some random license plate, like three letters and then some numbers or something. Yeah. And then what is in stream? Can you look back at the vehicle class? Int string int float address, and then go back to driver. Int string int float address. Oh, in front of 7.6, put like
No, sorry. Oh yeah.
Put this.
Like.
Yeah, and do the same thing for the first one above. And then maybe like change some of the numbers around. So like for the second one, change like 7.6 to, I don't know, like 300 or something.
Right.
And then change like 5 to like 3 or something. I don't know.
Let me change.
Yeah, you can change that to like 2 or something. And then just say like system.out after this line, say system.out.println animal and system.out.println vehicle. Yeah, and then just try running that. Yeah, you can just say okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
So,
you can just upload the files.
okay.
Animal, vehicle, and driver.
Do I have to like save them to?
You should be able to just, they should be wherever your default is.
Okay, I probably don't know where those.
My opinion.
I think whenever I just did the lab, I just saved it to desktop or something. Should I just do that? Because like yeah, I know like.
I mean, you can say properties at the bottom.
I'm sorry.
Where you were before, if you like left click the address file, and then go to the bottom and say properties. Yeah, and that's where they are. Users, Vina, Eclipse Workspace, collections, lab, source, and then those are the files.
Should go to users.
Yeah, collections lab. I think it's the first one.
Oh.
source, and then yeah, just submit all 4 of those.
Oh, it only did one. Gosh darn it. Okay.
I think you can go through maybe. And... Oh wait, you have to zip them. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So go to your.
Five.
Yeah. And then like copy that source somewhere. So, like copy the file or copy the folder and.
Just like copy the. And should I just
Yeah, that's fine.
what paper?
And then left click that or right click, sorry. And
Regress
then is there a, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry guys. I didn't mean for that.
Oh, you're good. Yeah.
And then it says also NA screen captures of your code.
Oh, okay. Then you need to take a picture of the output and then put that into source and then recompress it.
Okay. Um, where's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay. Wait, how much more time? Okay, we got okay.
Using code already developed, create foreign instances to to array list. The ability is the array list to be sorted by weights using variable. Okay. Okay, so go to like animal. And then at the very top, say implements comparable after animal, like public class animal implements comparable. So like after animal before the, yeah. You have to say like implements before it.
Oh.
And I don't think it's an I as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and then go to the bottom, and after after that constructor, after the
like after.
yeah, after, say public int, and then compare to lowercase c, capital T, and then parentheses. I think it is type object with a capital O.
Oh.
OBJ, and then then the curly braces after the parentheses, and then say if, then in parentheses object or OBJ instance of, no spaces, no capital.
Oh wait, I have a one like this. Wait, because it's like this is no, not that.
Okay.
Wait, I threw.
I mean,
some more.
you
Like
can use
this.
those.
Yeah.
Kind of. No? Or should I just type it?
You can actually just use the weight compared classes. You can just copy and paste those into your
Like this one.
you need to like make new classes inside collections lab. So make a class, then make it animal weight compare.java. Yeah, finish, and then just copy and paste that old one into it.
Take this.
Just copy and paste the whole thing. You can do like Control A, Control V, or Command A, Command V. Yeah. And then do the same thing for the vehicle weight compare. Like make a new class. And...
Okay.
And then you can just do Command A, Command C. Yeah. Yeah. And then, yeah, those are fine. Or you put back that @ override maybe.
Okay.
Above the compare function.
Wait, what the heck? Okay, sorry. Gosh darn it. Okay.
Yeah. Is that a capital
Here, wait. Oh yeah. Sorry.
O? And then go back to your animal class.
Oh. Wait, where?
Yeah, that one. And then just get rid of that compare to function. And then get rid of at the top the implements comparable. Get rid of that. Yeah. And then go back to driver.
Where did that go? Okay, sorry, it's taking a little bit for it.
And then like for the animal, like rename it to like animal 1, the variable name, and then like copy and paste that like 4 times. Yeah, and let's make it animal 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then same with vehicle, make it vehicle 1, and then copy and paste like 4 times.
Oops. And like change them.
Yeah, just change some of the like numbers and strings and stuff. I think the numbers have to be, the first number has to be between 0 and 4.
Sorry, my bad.
Or 0 and 3, sorry. 0, 1, 2, or 3.
There's feeding the animal. Okay, this is so bad. Sorry. This is so bad. Okay. I don't know. Thanks. I don't know. Okay.
Then you do that for vehicle and the animals, or?
1, 2. Oh, okay. Um, oops, sorry. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize. Okay, and then probably need to change this.
For which one? Oh yeah, yeah, you can change them. Just make them some random numbers.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep them. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna probably leave that one. And then I need to change.
Yeah, maybe just change the street name a bit. Yeah, for each of them.
I don't know. Ah. Okay. Can we change?
You can actually just leave those, it's fine. And then just like copy the tree names you did for that and paste them in the vehicle ones. So like the second one could be Candlewood Lane, third one can be Cedar Elm. So and then for the first numbers, make the 4 for both animal and vehicle, make them 0. Yeah, I think good. And then we just need to make the array list. So you can, I think I typed it out. It's like this. And then you also need to import java.util.arraylist.
Is it
Capital A, capital L, array list. Yeah. And then maybe try to change the system.out line to animals and vehicles.
like?
Or you could just add an S at the end of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not how you spell animal. That's not how you spell animal.
And I don't know if those will work. You can try running it. We might need to.
Okay, I think there's an example of it too in the notes that he had for.
Yeah, we might need to make a for loop to print out.
Yeah, I think there was in this one. Like this.
Oh yeah, you can just print that. You can copy that and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe paste it twice. And then where it says the first one unsorted, maybe say unsorted animals. And then second, yeah, unsorted vehicles. And then same with sorted, maybe change it to animals and vehicles. And then instead of state compare, replace that with animal weight compare. Yeah, and that one replace with vehicle weight compare. And then same on the other side, yeah.
Oh, I forgot to add.
And then change the first two lists, or first three, to animals. And the second three to vehicles. And then maybe change the first comp to comp A. And then second to comp B, or that one to comp A, yeah, and then this next one to comp V, or yeah, comp V. And then if you want to, you can change thing in the first one to, oh wait, yeah, change it to animal. And same in the one above that.
Wait, where?
Yeah, like the first four things you can change to animal. So that one.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it.
Then you can also just, if you double click, you can, oh, highlight thing, yeah. Yeah, and then you can, yeah. And then you can double click that vehicle and copy it, and then just, yeah, like that. And same for the next two. Yeah. And then maybe right before unsorted vehicles, put a \n. So in that print line, right after the quotation before the U, put a \n.
Oh, before. Okay.
No, inside the quotation.
Oh, okay.
And that's a / so \. It should be like the one with the bar.
Where is
And then get rid of the spaces around it. Yeah, and then try running that. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay. Should here? Let me just. And then also, okay, with the files, we. Oh, I have to go to.
Yeah, I would do just every file in there as well as the screenshot.
Okay. Should I just? Okay.
Seems like copy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now.
Released.
Yeah, so If you go to your driver class, change that array that's at the top, change it to, what do they want us to call it? Stuff.
Like, wait, here, like,
Yeah. Change animals to stuff. Or that should be object. Sorry, the object with the capital O. Yeah, and then change that to stuff. And also on the other side, object with the capital O. I don't know. Array list stays the same, but then make animal object. And then change animals to stuff everywhere.
should I just do replace thing?
Sure.
Like, but it will also, I guess, get these.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can just like replace one of them, then you can always just double click.
Okay. So, okay.
So like before the dot add, where it says animals, place that with stuff.
And then
you can double click stuff, Command C, and then just double click, Command E, And then same with the vehicles, just Command V, or everywhere, the vehicles before the dot add, just Command V with stuff. Yeah. And then get rid of that, vehicles array, just delete that whole line.
Yeah, the whole. Gosh darn it! Why is it so hard to delete a line? Okay.
And then get rid of everything except for the first system.out_println and the for loop. So everything from animal weight compare on, just get rid of.
Okay. Or so like this.
Yeah, that to the end. Yeah.
To the end.
Yeah, to there. Yeah. Then say for object thing, and then animals replace with stuff, and then say for system.out_println thing, and then just say change unsorted animals to like animals and vehicles or something. Or get rid of the unsorted as well. Yeah. And then I think that should be all. You can run. Yeah. Maybe you might want to go back to the driver file. And then like maybe alternate. So like stuff.add animal 1, then vehicle 1, then animal 2, vehicle 2, and so on.
Okay. Like this.
Yeah. And then run that. Yeah. And then just take a screenshot of that and it should be good.
And then just upload. Oh, it's also wants the driver.job.
Yeah. Maybe it's the same thing you've been doing where you just give it a source. Yeah.
Oops, that's trash. Should I just do the driver, like copy this one and just make it separate those two? Because it just says the driver. And
either way is fine.
where'd it go? Wait. Yes.
Yeah, simply for state.
Okay, 40 minutes. Update and do culture.
Okay. Maybe make another
Be fun.
file called
Is it like
yeah, state compare. Yeah. I guess you already gave it to us. Yeah. And the template ought to be object this time, and we could go casting. Yeah. I mean, if you want to, we can write it from scratch, maybe.
from scratch? Okay.
Yeah. Extends comparable. I think I need to say extends comparable after state compare. Compare comparator, I think. And then angle brackets.
I did not spell that right. Did I? Okay.
I think it's fine. Angle brackets, and then object. And then at the top, say import java.util comparator. I don't know if it's a class or if it's an interface. It might be an interface. It might say implements instead of extend.
Yes.
Or implements.
How
about with the red? Oh wait, it's things because you haven't done the compare function. Yeah. Then say public int compare, and then have it take in parentheses a capital O object called obj. Or sorry, yeah.
I took that way too literally.
Yeah. Oh, in your import, get rid of the dot at the very beginning. So just import space. Yeah. 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 Okay. And now say if, and then you say obj space instance of no lowercase o.
Oh.
And then say animal, capital A. And then, yeah, say return. Or first say, hold on. It's hard to explain. Do this first. You cast OBJ to an animal. Actually, you might be able to just say both of them have states, right?
I think.
Yes, maybe say if OBJ instance of animal or OBJ instance of or the two bars, yeah, or OBJ instance of, and then instead of animal, say vehicle.
OBJ.
Yeah, and then say return OBJ dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you might actually have to do the casting. Okay, let me just type it. Hold on.
Should I just, or do we just go to this one? Because I'm pretty sure this one.
Yeah, might have to actually do the casting for it. Yeah. I mean, you can just use the one that they gave, the state compare one. But...
So like from here to here.
Yeah. Maybe include the, well, just paste it, yeah. And then put the @ override at the top, capital O.
Oh.
And then, yeah, that's all.
Okay. Do you want me to like
And, yeah, go to your driver. And then copy and paste that system.print line and or those 5 lines. Yeah, copy and paste that.
And like again.
Yeah. And then so the first one say unsorted, second one say sorted. Inside the quotation.
Oops.
And then make a state compare object. So after the first for loop. No. After the first for loop.
Wait.
So like line 31.
Oh, after. Sorry, I heard. Okay, after the first for loop. That means after. I meant before. Sorry, my bad.
That's good. And then say state compare comp.
Like.
Or after space, yeah. Comp space equals. Or the equal sign. New. And then state compare empty parentheses. And then below that, say collections dots. So collections capital C, yeah.
Is it like that dot sort thing?
Yeah. And then pass in stuff and comp. Yeah. And then we'll just need to change around where is it? And when we make like animals and vehicles, maybe make them different states. So maybe make like Texas, California, Utah. Like that.
Do you mean like right here?
In the where it says Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like we can leave that one Texas or yeah, change it. And then maybe make the next one California. Next one like Utah. Next one maybe Arizona. And then on that one you make like Nevada or something. Maybe like Maine.
Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio. Maybe like Florida or something. And then run that.
Wait, what? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay, check the screen.
Yeah, screenshot.
And then it said animal, vehicle, and driver.
You can just do the whole sword because you'll do the comparator. So. Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay. Should I just submit or something?
Yeah, you can just submit it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we're good. And then, did you like understand everything, or do you want to like go through some of it for like future reference?
Yeah, can we go over it? We can.
Yeah,
I guess we can stop the recording now, though.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to see his child. Okay. Oh wait, I probably should be sharing screen.
You can stop recording if you want.
Yeah, I can.
I probably should have done this. Oh, rip. This is gonna take 100 years.
Maybe I'll just finish recording after everything done.
Oh yeah,
I'm really done with the lab. He's just kind of trying to teach me because, like, obviously, like, I'm kind of stupid. So, like, I struggle a lot with like coding. So it's okay. You can like please stop the recording for my sake because the TA is gonna be like, "What you do in this class?" So that's what they're recording now. Watch. Dang, this is so slow.
Yeah, I don't know. I used it in high school and it wasn't bad. I don't know why it's so slow now, even on my computer.
So, okay, one thing, because of like his notes and stuff like that, like he gave this notes like in the like in his like doc, and I like downloaded it and stuff and like looked over it. Like it kind of makes sense to me how to do like just like add like or animals and like vehicles, because it's just like setters and getters and the constructor. But then I
Yeah.
don't know, like this, okay, I guess the one that scared me was like last week's one, because like if I got that one and it was me, like I probably wouldn't have been like I would have had no clue.
Oh, the lab.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
think
last
it was
week.
just it's
Um,
just a bad lab. It didn't really, the instructions were garbage.
Like so
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, because
Um
everybody I talked to in this class that they had like no idea what's going on. They just did like random things
okay,
because the instructions are bad.
okay. Um like I guess I don't know, where should we start with this? Like or what do you feel like I should probably know. There's a lot of that, but I guess if you had to like be like, okay, hey, you need to do this, then
Uh, in terms of like what you need to know,
mhm.
mm, do you understand the comparators?
Like you can compare two objects and like different like things that they have in them.
Yeah. Um,
compare each element one by one.
yeah. And then do you understand the whole like casting stuff when you do
No.
like the parentheses?
Uh-uh.
Okay, so like whenever you want to use like if you look at the last thing I put in the chat, whenever you want to use like a more generic type as something more specific, so like an animal is a type of object, then you need to cast it using those parentheses. So in parentheses, you put whatever type you want to cast it to. So in this case, you want to cast an object to an animal. So we did that, and that way when we did like object dot, it only had like get class, right? But if we did animal dot, it would say like get type, get all those other possibilities. Yeah. What else is important? And then do you understand like this?
How did you know? Okay, there's like one thing. You know how it was like we had that 0.76, and then you were like, oh, just put parentheses float in front. Like, what was that?
So like decimal numbers by default in Java are of type double.
Okay.
And then in our class we use the type float. So we just need to cast that double to a float
Okay.
using the parentheses.
Okay.
Yeah. And then do you understand like the whole array list stuff, or like what everything in the declaration means, like what's inside of the angle brackets and all that stuff?
Like so the array list and like I guess the object that we have.
Yeah. So like I know when we were making the arrays of type object called stuff, you got kind of confused on where to put stuff and where to put object. Like, do you understand that, or it was just like a small typo, or do you like understand?
Like it's just okay. Can you explain it?
Yeah. So basically,
In the
I
chat,
think
you have array list vehicles, and then
yeah. So we're going to, I think, go over it more in later
Yeah.
what's it called? Later modules, but you took like 221, right?
yeah,
So like you know how we had like templating in C++?
yes,
Yeah, so like this is Java's version of templating is called generics.
okay,
So an array list is like a generic, so it's like templated. So that angle brackets is just saying, hey, we have an array list and it's of type animal. So it'll create like a new instance or a new version of the array list class that has all its methods working for animals. And then one thing about generics is the type has to like match. So the left-hand side and the right-hand side was inside the angle brackets has to be the same. So you couldn't have like an array list of type object animals and then say equals new array list of type animal. So you can't make it like, even though animal is more specific than object, you can't have that discrepancy between the types.
Okay.
And that will be important in, I don't know if you started the project yet. Yeah, so there's like more generic types, right? So like an array list is a type of list. So there's like a list class that is kind of like an abstract class, so you can't make instances of it. But so you can say like list of type, what's it called? List of type animal equals new array list of type animal. And that will work fine. Because even though like a list and array list are different, the generic types match and an array list is a list. That's that polymorphism. Like in your project, you're going to be making like an array list of queues. And so in Java, a queue is a like abstract class. So you can't make an instance of a queue. Actually, I think it's a interface, but you can't make an instance of a queue. So you have to make an instance of a linked list. So like when you declare it, you'll say like, let me check it. It'll be like, all right. So it'll look something like this. And so you're making an array list of queues and all the queues store items.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
even though like when you make an instance to put inside of the array list, you're going to make it a of type linked list. You can't say like array list. You can't say this. So you can't say that it's an array list of queues of items and it's a new array list of linked lists of items, because that what's inside those angle brackets don't match, even though a linked list is a queue.
Do they have to be like the same type?
Yeah, and then when you're adding a new queue into it, you would be like so it's not add new. So you would say something like this, and one thing to note is like in the project, there are items which can either be snacks or drinks. So you can't say something like this, even though each slot is only going to contain either an item or a drink. You can't say of type snack like this or of type drink, because then what's inside doesn't match. So it's like very particular about that. And there's no like room for polymorphism or anything. So I think it's similar to C++, where it's like a direct copy and paste sort of thing.
Okay.
Yes. So we've got comparators, refine, we've got collections, casting. Is there anything else?
Like, okay. This is not for, I guess, this lab, but like super classes and stuff, that kind of.
Yeah, so whenever you extend a class, right? So you say like this class extends another class. The one that comes before extends is the child class. The one after is the super class or the base class.
Okay.
So in order to access things that are a part of the super class, you have to do like super dot and then whatever you want to access. Or if you want to access the constructor of these super class, you have to say super and then parentheses and then put whatever you want the parameters to be. For constructors, if you have that super call, it has to be the first thing that's inside of the constructor. So it has to be at the
Oh.
very top.
Okay, like just super and then like the parentheses.
Yeah, so like let's say you had like an animal which had just a name and a weight, and then you had a separate cat object that extended super and then said maybe like fur color, had a fur color variable. So you'd have to, in your constructor that takes inside of cat, if it could takes like a name, a weight, and a fur color, your first call would be to super, and then in parentheses you would put the name and the weight so that the super can set the name and the weight, since those data members are likely private to the superclass. And then you would, after that, you could put like fur color, our fur color equals whatever the fur color that's passed in.
Okay. Okay.
And then do you understand like the whole typing system? It's kind of are the like private, public, default, protected.
Okay, yeah, no, not protected.
Yeah, okay, so protected is kind of weird. The way it functions in C++ makes more sense than Java. So in C++, it's basically private, only inside of that class. So not even like objects made of that class, but only inside of that class definition, you can use those variables or methods. And that's the same in C++ and Java. Where it differs is when you get to the next level in C++ is protected, but there's actually a level in Java that comes after that that's called default. So if you don't clarify anything, let's say in your constructor for like when we're doing animal, instead of saying public animal, you just said animal. That's called the default modifier, and it means that you can access it from anywhere inside the same package. So like whenever you create a source file, the source is like the whole folder that we made it in. So like collections lab is the project, and the particular default package that we made it in is the package. So if you were to make a new package and you tried to make an animal object, it wouldn't allow it if you just had the default, because that constructor is only specific to that package. And like that's also the difference between public. Public would be anywhere in that entire folder you can access, like animals constructor or anything like that. The thing where it gets weird is protected is like an evolution of default. So it's between default and protected, or sorry, it's between default and public. So it's essentially anything inside the same package has access to it, and also any subclasses in different packages. So it's still that anything in the default package can access it, so you can make an object and access all the data types, but also subclasses in other packages, so basically subclasses, no matter where they reside, can use those data members or methods if they extend the class.
Okay. Okay.
I like the way like C++ does it to where like protected literally means like only inside of the original class definition or the class definition of children, which makes more sense because it's like actually protected. But then Java has an extra evolution where it's like also default, so anywhere in the package as well, which is kind of weird.
Like I don't know, I saw protected and I was like, oh no. Like last quiz, like I was like struggling with that one. I was like, okay, wait.
Yeah, I think I got that one wrong because I was thinking about protected the C++ way rather than the Java way.
I don't know. Yeah, I did miss that question. I was just like, okay. I was like, okay.
Yeah, and then what else have we learned?
Here, I think my last quiz is like the best thing to look at things, because I did go over it like with the PT, for the things that I missed. Because yeah, it was like that. I don't know, the intro to Java stuff. Like didn't feel like intro to Java stuff. At least for me.
Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, another weird thing is like the static clarifier that's weird, but I don't know how much we go into it in this class.
Like, okay, so I don't know if we got the same version of the quiz, but there was like one, it was like out of all the methods A, B, C, and E, how many can be called by the child object C? Did you get that one?
Yeah, I got it.
I didn't
It's
know.
supposed to be, so like in the parent, there was a public, a protected, a private, and a default. And then in the child class, there was a public. So it's supposed to be that you can call the public in the parent, the protected in the parent, and the default in the parent, as well as the public in the child. So there's 4 different ones. The only one you can't call is the private in the parent. And same would go for if there was a private inside the child, you wouldn't be able to call that.
Okay. Um, how long, when do you think I should start my lab or like the project at the latest?
I think it's not too like difficult. But I mean, if you haven't done Java before, it might be hard. But like in terms of like, if you're comfortable with what we've learned so far in class, most of it should be fine. The only thing I would say is, like input and output from a file, or input from a file, is like a big thing for the project. And that stuff is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. That was annoying in C++ too. So, okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a struggle. Okay.
Yeah. If you want, so we learned about scanner,
Uh-huh.
but you can also read about there's another class called buffered reader, and that's the one that I used. I don't know. I think it's supposed to be a little bit faster, but also I think I just thought it was easier. And then you're gonna see whenever you make a file, you're gonna say like, let's say you had a reading from a file, it would be like scanner equals new scanner. It looks something like this. So this file reader is something that we need to import. And then another thing is like one of the weird things is since the scanner has a potential to throw an error or an exception, any method that you use this like a scanner from a file in, you have to say this. You have to say throws IO exception. So like let's say you use a scanner that read from a file in your main function, it would be like public static void main string array args, and then it'd be like throws IO exception. And then after the throws IO exception, you'd have the like brackets and then your function body. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that like I don't think Lupoi is going to teach us. It's just kind of you probably have to like look up like Geeks for
Yeah,
Geeks is a
but like
good.
there's like a lot more stuff for Java than like Scheme too, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
because I think people actually use Java. So
yeah. Like I know that there'll probably be like a lot more resources that I can like look at for Java. For like the exam, like I ended up getting an A, which I'm kind of surprised about, but I had to go through like all the past labs. Like I practiced like coding all of them. And then like I was ready for like the one that we got on the exam. So,
yeah,
but like it takes me like a lot to work. I don't know. It just takes a lot for me to it's
yeah,
like,
I think
like a lot of practice and like I know hopefully like when the final comes around like that maybe I can like go through this stuff again and like practice it but
yeah. I mean, I think Scheme especially is a pain, but
I hated the I don't, yeah no
yeah. I'm just luckily I've had like a long time to practice, so you kind of have to like condense that into like one semester. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but it's okay. I've been like, it's fun to learn, but it's also like stressful because I'm like, I can hurt my GPA. But yeah, but I'm
yeah,
glad. Like, it's good. Thank you so much for your time, though, for like going over this stuff.
yeah. And then in terms of like resources, I think the one that I usually turn to is like if you look up any problem, one of the first things you'll see, or look up any question about like Java, is like Geeks for Geeks.
Uh-huh. That
I
was
think
yeah,
that's
Dr.
yeah,
Lee's class at 120 or 221.
yeah. There's like Geeks for Geeks, and then I think there's like a Java point or something, Java T point or something that's also like Java specific tutorials.
Okay.
Um, those two are probably the best, I think, or as well as like the um, Java API if you like that. It's kind of boring, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Yeah. Like,
Mm.
I really appreciate it.